Hi guys, it's Summers here and welcome to another episode of my Squad Goals Career Mode series with Aston Villa. As we can see here, we're having a good old look at the youth academy to get things going, and David Rogerson here we signed in as an American that we scouted that particular country in order to try to get somebody that would maybe match up with Timothy Weah. He hasn't come really to anything, so we've decided to let him go. Just having another glance through the other players in that lineup at the moment, and there are a couple that stand out as really good potential for going forward. Connor Mason there, young CDM, he has some potential. Michel Godoino, the Italian centre-back. Giuseppe Rossi, he's only 15, as is Andre Conti, and both of those players I think have good potential as well going forward. So let's have a look at what the scouts have actually achieved whilst they're out there in the world at the moment. And Russo is a no, Gabriel Bruno is a no, Fabio Mancini, another no, Esposito, no, Casardi, we've already had one of those and he's already gone up for sale and been dispatched by the club, and this Casardi is not any good anyway looking at these potentials. Gasparoni, 17 years of age, and Esposito, another one. We've rejected him as well. We'll leave those two players on the list just in case we see any improvement. They're the best of the bunch, let's say. So let's have a look at the goalkeepers that we've managed to find in England via Lewis Fraser. Starting out with Elliot Harrison, he's a no. Joel Hall is also a no. But there we go, we found a very decent young keeper there in the form of Patrick Cooper, a 17-year-old, worth £775,000 already. So we've quite quickly snapped him up. Even if we just put him into the team and sold him on straight away, it'd be a nice little profit to get things going. And we move on into Spain. Pedro Ramirez is a no. Manuel Adolfo is staying on the list for now. Maxi Gonzalez also, and Juan Aguilar. He's worth £300,000 at 15 years of age, and he has some decent stats straight out to the box and a potential of between 79 and 94. So he certainly could be a decent signing for the future. And we're just having a look at his other stats now, but I think we decided to leave him in the youth squad for now, or on the list for now, and continue to scout him just to see if he makes any improvement going forward. As we move into the first game of this episode, and as we can see, it's a Carabao Cup match. We're facing off against Liverpool, so a very difficult opposition. We do want to try to get as far as we can into the Carabao Cup, but I'm not willing to put the full strength squad out in order to get through. We need to have some rotation, we need to get the youngsters out there. So as we can see, we've got a few of them in the lineup against Liverpool for this game. Ball's gone out to the wing here to one of the youngsters, Matteson, who's managed to get away, knocked it into the box. Unlucky there, very unlucky. And that's booking there for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain for a foul earlier on in the game. And literally took Brewster out. The ex-Liverpool player there, Brewster, getting some unfair treatment from his old buddies. As Rico Henry gets forward down the wing and then knocks it back to Matteson. He knocks it inside to Maitland-Niles and he hits it. Ooh, he really can fizz a ball, Maitland-Niles. And he's scored some good goals in the past from long-distance shots, but that was nearly another one. As we throw one into the box there, but the big man Virgil van Dijk managed to get it out. Liverpool with an attack as the second half gets underway. It's Lallana here on the ball into Oxlade-Chamberlain, and he's hit the bar or the post, one or the other. All happened rather quickly, and we managed to scramble the ball away as Babayaro has to make a fantastic save there from Roberto Firmino. Another outside of the boot effort that was flying into the top corner, and Babayaro's managed to get there and push it around. Henderson with the corner. Knocks it into the box. He's gone to the near post and it's gone to Firmino. And what the hell is that going on the line there? Fabinho's claiming it because I think he was the last Liverpool player to touch it. But frankly, that is an absolute mess that's gone on the line there, because Brie has just dragged the ball out from underneath Babiaro's body. So Babiaro there gets down on the ball, but Brie tries to take it away from him to clear it. And it goes over the line. We've basically gifted Liverpool the lead. Strong stuff there from Andre Green as he manages to get the ball back. Waits with the ball, knocks it into the box, and it's Brewster against his former club. Great header from a lovely chipped up ball from Andre Green, and it was some great chasing down there from Green to win the ball back. He'd lost it in the first place and managed to recover it. Gets down the line, knocks it into the box, and Liverpool players are all out of position, and Brewster's there just to nod it home. Top corner. Really good stuff there. And we're back in the game. As we can see, Brewster's managed to get 2 goals so far in the Carabao Cup. It was a 1-1 there against Liverpool in this Carabao Cup tie, and as we know, it's straight to penalties in these ties, so we'll choose our order of the kick takers and go on from there. So it's actually Kingsley who has the best penalties according to his statistics, with 68 and 64 finishing. Just going to move around everybody else in that top five positions as we head out to the first penalty of the shootout for Kingsley. He's going to go right and he drills it past the keeper. Fabinho, who I'd say scored the goal that took the lead, but I don't think he really did. And Babiaro's made the save. A great save from the young Nigerian keeper. Santoro with the next penalty, knocks it to his left, but the keeper manages to get across to it. It was a pretty poor penalty in all honesty. As Roberto Firmino steps up, Babiaro, can he go the right? He goes the wrong way. Tries to get psych out Firmino by moving across the box as Andre Green steps up to take his penalty, knocks it left side and wrong foot to Mignolet in the process. Sadio Mane stepping up for Liverpool and tries to chip it up, and Babiaro's having none of that, son. Brewster against his former club goes to the right and he's wrong-footed Mignolet. 3-1 up in the shootout, and it's Oxlade-Chamberlain over the ball, and Babiaro can actually finish things if he can make the save, which he does. What a fantastic performance from Babiaro, not only in the game itself but there in the shootout. He really made the difference, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he progresses as a youngster in the team. I think we really need to get him out on loan, just purely because we want to get some extra game time under his belt, and obviously the only way of doing that at the moment is if we have some decent cup runs, as I can't really afford to get Horn out of the team. So as we can see the other fixtures there, Crystal Palace and Newcastle 2-2. Newcastle, who actually won on penalties. Everton beat Manchester City 2-1, and Stoke beat Reading 1-0. So be interesting to see who we get in the next round of the cup. And I'm really looking forward to this cup run. We're still on it, basically. As we move out to the next game of the episode, as we face off against Leicester City away from home at the King Power Stadium.
Will you please make some noise as we welcome to the pitch our visitors, Aston Villa, and your Foxes, Leicester City.
And our lineup for this game is Horn in goal, Bradaric, Upamecano, Bastoni and Wagnerman at the back, with Santoro, Berge and Dozzle in midfield. Nelson, Weah and Green are up front.
Thank you for attending the King Power Stadium.
straight into the action here. Only 3 minutes on the clock, and we're under pressure straight away from Leicester as they move the ball around quite nicely, but the end resulting shot was not good enough to challenge Horn. As we've lobbed that ball up over to Green, he's now got the ball out on the wing and crossing it in. Oh, the onrushing advances of Santoro wasn't enough to be able to get that shot away. As we got one into the box there, I think that was the wrong option, chipping that up. I think he perhaps should have took that shot. Bastoni giving the ball away, and Inácio's knocked it onto Maddison. And it's back in towards Inácio, and Horn, who'd come out to try to snuffle up the ball, has watched it go underneath his body. It's a good finish by Inácio. A player that we've had in the past on other career mode series, last couple of years, when he's been playing for City before he made his move to Leicester, and a really good striker. I'm not quite sure why he hasn't made the kind of impact that you would have expected from him as he moved on to Leicester, but we can see there he's had another great effort on goal, this time from further out, and I'm not sure that it would have gone in anyway, as Horn was well and truly covering the post. So move on into the second half. Got out down the wing there, and Bradrich with a big sliding lunge tackle manages to miss the opposition, and thankfully didn't draw the foul either. Maddison on the ball here, managed to get in behind the back of the defence, and he's knocked it into Inácio, and it was a fabulous save from Horn, but with nobody at the back post trying to cover off, Leicester have managed to score another goal. And at 2-0 down with 85 minutes gone, we've really got a struggle on our hands trying to get back into this game. Wagnerman trying desperately to get back across the goal, but he was well behind the line, and even if he'd have got there, he would have ended or resulted in a goal. So it was a loss there against Leicester, but we weren't at full strength, had to use some of the teams to get some of the players to get through that last game at Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. And Horn got 9 points for that game, as you can see. Upamecano with man of the match on 7.1. This episode's top players now then are Horn with 9, Green with 8, Brewster and Babiaro have both got 5. As we load up the training, and we can see that we've still got the youngsters in the slots there. Schwartz, Rossi, Lundberg, and we're just changing Schwartz actually into a slot for Michel Gordiano. A player that I think I'm actually going to promote shortly into the main squad to try to achieve one of the goals that we were set by the board. We need to get one of our players out of the youth squad and into the team and play 10 matches, whether that's a full match or coming on as a sub. And I do see him once he's up over 68, giving us some potential to be cover at the back. And as we can see here, we're just moving out to a loan offer once more for Olof Mattsson. I'm just going to accept that from Ibar and see if that actually goes through. As we move out to the next game of the episode, this time we're at home and it's a Premier League match against West Ham. So as we can see, we are now 9th in the league, having accumulated 21 points out of the 15 games so far, and I'm quite happy with that at this stage of the season. Our goal was to be mid-table, so we're kind of on target. Horn is in goal. Bree, Upamecano, Bastoni and Henry are playing at the back, with Berge, Maitland-Niles, McGinn and Grealish in midfield, and going for 2 up top this time round with Dicko and Weah. Ball into Dicko, and Timothy Weah on the overlap. Surely he's going to finish this one. No, he doesn't. Berge with the header back. Timothy Weah's managed to get onto the ball, and he's got it at the second opportunity. Really should have finished the first chance, if I'm honest, but he made up for it with that one nonetheless. Another great header there from Berge, and then Berge knocks it it's a pass, the secondary header, as he's already tried to lob the keeper with the first one. You know, a pass to Weah, and Weah turns on the ball and knocks it in home. Seven goals now in the Premier League for Timothy Weah. Rico Henry on the ball in the wing, and Dicko there with the diving header was nearly onto it. As Maitland-Niles takes an effort, and that was an absolutely fantastic shot from just outside the 18-yard box. West Ham, nice effort, but Horns managed to gather it up as we get a corner. And it's a goal. Sander Berge, an unlikely scorer, has managed to get a header from the corner. So a really good signing, really, all round from for Sander Berge, because he helps out both front and back, and helps to build up play, etc. And gets a header from time to time by the looks of it. So a really good goal there from Sander Berge, and that's put us 2-0 up against West Ham. West Ham with the ball here on the edge of the box. Strikes one there from the edge of the box. The West Ham player. What a fantastic strike. 2-1 now. Fernandez it was with the strike. Left-footed. Ball comes across to him and just absolutely smashes it into the top corner. First minute here, Dicko on the ball, trying to find some space in the box. Found some space for himself after a small tackle from the opposition, but fashioned the space, and that's a 2-1 result again for us. A victory, and really pleased with our performance in that game. Sander Berge was really, really good. Got 9.5 for his efforts and 12 points in the game for the player of the episode. 6 for Weah, and McGinn got 4. That means that this episode's top players now are Berge with 12, Horn with 9, Breen with 8, and both Weah and McGinn have 7. Training once again, Guadagno with 2 slots, Rossi, Lundberg and Conte, and some really good progress there from all of the players. And that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, and also subscribe to the channel for more FIFA 2019 content.